It's the final day of the Papa's Pizza Tournament here at Swede Johnson Stadium at North Eugene High School. Nat Uretsky with you this afternoon as the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts take on the Portland Barbers in the final day of pool play. The Dr. Stewarts right now find themselves with their backs against the wall in this tournament. The Dr. Stewarts are 1-2 overall. The Eugene Athletics earlier today won. They are 1-3. If the Docs lose this game today against the Portland Barbers, then they'll be in a tiebreaker with the Eugene Athletics. Not sure how that tiebreaker will work out, but we'll keep you updated on our social media as soon as we find out. You got to finish in the top 5 of pool play to advance to tomorrow and have one more game. If the Docs finish as the 5 seed, they'd play it tomorrow at 10 a.m. at Hamlin Sports Complex. If they win today, they could potentially find themselves as the 4 seed, which then they would play at 10 a.m. tomorrow here at Swede Johnson Stadium. So a lot to be determined today. The Dr. Stewarts yesterday lost to the Washington Dirtbags. That was a 4-2 final in favor of the Dirtbags. That dropped them to 1-2. Dirtbags lost earlier today. They are now 2-2 in the tournament. Spanish Springs, they lost earlier. They're also 2-2, and the Portland Baseball Club just absolutely thrashed the Washington Dirtbags. That one was 17-2, the final. They also have 2 wins in the tournament now. So a lot to be determined. Not necessarily sure where the Docs are going to be playing tomorrow, but today is a big day because they do have an opportunity to potentially, with the win today, they could potentially end up as high as number 2 heading into the final day tomorrow because of how the rest of the games have shook out so far here at Swede Johnson Stadium. The Dr. Stewarts are 10-12 after that loss yesterday against the Dirtbags. It was really just the first inning that did it for the Dr. Stewarts. 3 runs came in the first inning. Riley Cheney got the start on the mound. He allowed the 3 runs on 2 hits with a walk. He also hit 2 batters. After that point, it was 3-0. The Docs scored 2 runs in the bottom of the third, and they could not score again. Held scoreless throughout the contest. Really good stuff from Sean Lisons, who threw 7 innings with 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts for the Dirtbags. He really shut the Docs offense down. In fact, after the third inning, just 3 hits scattered throughout the rest of the contest. In innings 4, 5, and 7. So not a lot of success after that third inning. It was a double, a walk, and a 2 RBI triple by Dane St. Clair to bring in the 2 runs. Camden Hartzell actually performed really well in relief. He threw 6 innings, allowed 2 hits with 1 run. It was unearned with no walks, a hit by pitch, and 9 strikeouts. Really great stuff from Camden Hartzell. With those 9 Ks, his slider was working exceptionally well yesterday, which was a promising sight to see if you are a Dr. Stewarts fan. The Roseburg Dr. Stewarts, again, 10-12, facing off against the Portland Barbers, who only have 1 loss all season. They're 23-1. They faced off against the Docs earlier this season, and they pulled off back-to-back victories 8-5 and 4-3, a couple of competitive games. So we'll see what happens today in game number 3 between these 2 programs here during this summer season. We're continuing on here with the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. Call Roseburg Disposal at 673-7122. When we come back, we're going to have a Evergreen Family Medicine player interview. Evergreen Family Medicine, expect the unexpected at Evergreen Family Medicine. Serving Roseburg, Myrtle Creek, and Sutherland, Evergreen offers more than traditional primary care. You can always expect more from Evergreen. Daniel Withers, a returner for the Dr. Stewarts, just wrapped up his first season of college baseball at Umpqua Community College. Joey Key ran earlier this week, had the opportunity to sit down and talk things over with Daniel, and we'll have that interview on the other half of this break. 2-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
D.R. Johnson Lumber Company, a forward-thinking family company, has been operating in the Douglas County community for over 60 years. Founded by Don R. Johnson, the man who set the tone of commitment to these local communities by providing stable, long-term employment. D.R. Johnson Lumber Company understands the significance of investing in our youth because they are the foundation of our future. That's why they're a proud supporter of Roseburg Doc Stewarts. Come watch the Docs swing some lumber with D.R. Johnson Lumber Company. Go Docs!
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Looking to expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Back here at Swede Johnson Stadium, the Roseburg Dr. Stewart's facing off against the Portland Barbers. Final day of pool play here at the Papa's Pizza Tournament. 49th season of doing this tournament here in Eugene. And we're about to get going for this matchup between the Dr. Stewarts and the Portland Barbers. Unfortunately, we were told 3 p.m. was going to be the start of this game. The umpires have just arrived. 3:05 is going to be the meeting between the two coaches, and then 3:10 is going to be first pitch. So still a little bit of time to kill ahead of this one, but we can go ahead and give you today's starting lineup, starting with the Portland Barbers. Kainoa Santiago, the Gonzaga commit, is going to be leading things off. He's in center field. Logan Nakamura is the second baseman, batting second. Dakota Chun is the third baseman, batting third. Gabe Coltman is the right fielder, batting fourth. Connor Perry is the first baseman in the 5 spot. Torsten Hersom is the shortstop, batting sixth. Jace Randall is the DH, batting 7th. Miles Ott is the left fielder, batting 8th. And Kiernan Kelly is the catcher, batting 9th. Pitching for the Portland Barbers today, it is Max Bishop. So that is the starting lineup for the Portland Barbers. For the Dr. Stewart's, Paxton Burke is going to be leading things off. He is the shortstop. Logan Anderson, the second baseman, batting second. Cal Robbins is the first baseman in the 3 spot. Daniel Withers is the left fielder, batting fourth. Taj Flora is the right fielder, batting fifth. Dane St. Clair, the center fielder, batting sixth. Jake Johnson is in the 7 spot today. He's playing third base. Ryan Shaver is the DH in the 8 hole for the Dr. Stewarts, and the catcher batting 9th, it is Ty Hellenthal. Getting the start on the mound for the Dr. Stewarts is Caden Reingart, a graduate of North Douglas High School, spent this past season out at Lamar Community College, that is out in Colorado. He's transferring back to go play NWAC baseball in the state of Oregon. I believe he's going to Blue Mountain Community College, which is in Pendleton, Oregon. It is, yes. So he is going to Blue Mountain Community College this next year, transferring back to the Beaver State after that first year out at Lamar Community College, which again is in Colorado, which is in, actually, Lamar, Colorado. It's out in eastern Colorado, kind of southeastern Colorado. If you look out where Pueblo is and just go straight east out towards Kansas, right near the border, is the town of Lamar, and that is where Rygaard spent his first season of college baseball and then transferring back to Blue Mountain Community College. So he is going to get the start today for the Dr. Stewarts. We'll see how he does this afternoon against a very good Portland Barbers team. This season, the Barbers are 23-1. They've only lost one game. It came against the Hillsdale Merchants. It was a 10-0 loss on June 25th. So just a couple of weeks ago, maybe a week and a half ago, they had that loss against the Hillsdale Merchants on the road at Hillsdale. They've responded pretty strong in this tournament. They've been pretty good. They won on Wednesday 13-1 against the Ole Athletics. On Thursday, they won 8-3 against the Portland Baseball Club. And then yesterday, on the 4th of July, it was an 8-5 win against the Spanish Springs Bandits. So that's what the Barbers have done so far here at the Papa's Pizza tournament. For the Dr. Stewarts in this tournament, they started with a win, 6-5 against the Portland Baseball Club on Wednesday. Big win for them, considering where they are in the standings right now. If they did not hang on for that victory, in which they scored 4 runs in the first inning, got off to a great start, and then ended up scoring 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th to take the lead back from Portland after falling behind momentarily 5-4. They had 6 runs after the 4th inning, and it was scoreless after the 7th. That's their only win of the tournament. They lost 2-5 against the Spanish Springs Bandits on Thursday, and they lost 2-4 yesterday against the Washington Dirtbags. Based on my understanding, it goes down to runs allowed, and the Ole Athletics, who would be the team that the Docs would tie with if they lost this game, had given up a substantially larger number of runs. So I believe, if I'm correct on my assessment of how this tie-breaking situation would work if the Docs lose this game, obviously, hopefully they do not lose this game, but if they do lose this game, then potentially you could see a situation where the Docs, if they lose by less than 20 runs, would probably play tomorrow. You got to finish in the top 5 to play tomorrow. But again, if they win, then they could finish as high as number 2, or they could finish as low as number 5. So a lot to be determined. We'll see how this one shakes out between the Portland Barbers and the Dr. Stewarts. Roseburg is going to be the visiting team in this matchup against the Barbers. Barbers today wearing black jerseys, red numbers with white trim, white pants with red piping down the side, black caps with a red brim on the bill. For the Dr. Stewarts, they are wearing their white uniforms, despite being the visiting team. Orange and blue trim on the sleeves with Roseburg written across the chest in orange letters and blue trim. It's the royal blue caps with the bright orange brim for the Dr. Stewarts. An excellent uniform matchup here at Swede Johnson Stadium. The Barbers have taken the field defensively. Defensively today for the Barbers, they're going to have Miles Ott out in left field, Kainoa Santiago in center field, Gabriel Coltman in right field, Dakota Chun is the third baseman, Torsten Herson is the shortstop, Logan Nakamura is the second baseman, Connor Perry is at first base, and Kieran Kelly is the catcher. Again, Max Bishop, the right-hander, is going to get the start on the mound. A second-team All-State pitcher from LaSalle High School out in the Portland area. Dr. Stewart's 10-12, taking on the Portland Barbers, 23-1. The Barbers pulled off 2 wins against the Dr. Stewarts earlier this season up in the Portland area. The Barbers won in game number 1, 8-5, and then won 4-3 in game number 2 against the Dr. Stewarts. That was back on June 14th, a doubleheader up there in Portland. So we'll see how the Dr. Stewarts do. It was a lot of hits for the Barbers, 15 hits in game number 1, and then in game number 2, they had a total of 7 hits. So 22 hits across 2 games for the Barbers against the Dr. Stewarts. Caden Rygaard looks to shut down the offense today. So the Docs coming out to hit. Paxton Burke leading things off, followed by Logan Anderson and Cal Robbins. Special thanks to our sponsor, Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call 541-459-1545. So here's Paxton Burke, the switch-hitting shortstop, into the box, set to face off against Max Bishop. The right-hander will wind and deliver. First pitch, it's fouled back by Burke. No balls and 1 strike as we're starting right on the dot at 3:10. Current temperature here in Eugene is 77 degrees. Blue skies, sun in sight. No balls and 1 strike. Bishop will deliver. A pitch up and inside to Burke. 1-1 to the shortstop. Bishop, he's committed to Lane Community College. Was a part of the 5A, 6A All-Star game that was held at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. 1-1 pitch is up and inside to Burke. 2 balls and 1 strike. He was competing on the North roster, whereas you had Jake Johnson for the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts competing for the South roster. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch to Burke. Popped up behind home plate. The catcher, Kelly, looking for it. It's off his mitt, and it drops foul. Had an opportunity to squeeze it in and record the first out. Instead, it's just a foul off. 2-2. The South team in that 5A, 6A All-Star game, they tied with the North team in game number 1. No extra innings in that All-Star game. What they did instead was do a home run derby between the two teams. The North team had more home runs, and so they were able to win game number 1 up there at that 5A, 6A All-Star game. Pitches high, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Game number 2, South ran away with a dominating victory against the North team. Jake Johnson had a hit in each of those 2 contests. 3 balls, 2 strikes from Bishop. The payoff pitch. Burke whacks it towards right field, and it's down for a base hit. Leadoff single for the Dr. Stewarts as they get given a gift with the dropped foul ball on the fly out behind home plate. Kelly couldn't squeeze it in. Burke gets an extra life, and he ends up at first base with the first hit of the game, brought to you by MSK True Value. Make sure your summer projects are a hit with a stop by the MSK family of stores in Myrtle Creek and Tri-City. Runner at first base. Nobody out in the top of the first. The Dr. Stewart's at the plate. Logan Anderson will stand in. Second baseman takes the pitch outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Anderson this season, a .328 hitter. 20 hits, 16 singles, 3 doubles, and a triple with 5 RBIs. Barber out of the stretch. Fires a pitch. Throws down towards second, and in there safely is Burke. Should say Bishop, the pitcher. Pitching for the Barbers, but either way, Burke steals second base. 1 ball and 1 strike. Throw from Kelly just a little bit late. So a runner in scoring position for the Dr. Stewarts here in the top of the first. Anderson a chance to drive in the first run of the game. 1-1 pitch. Anderson pops it up out towards center field. Santiago, the center fielder, makes the catch, throws it towards third base, and it's a pretty good throw. Burke is going to retreat back towards second base. It's just a fly out to center field for Anderson. 1 out, a runner at second for Cal Robbins. Here in the top of the first, 0-0, the score. Robbins, the 3-hole hitter, stands in with a .314 average this season. Couple of doubles, couple of home runs, and a triple. Hit a home run earlier this weekend in the Papa's Pizza Tournament. That was on Thursday. Reaches for the first pitch he sees. It's popped up out towards shallow left field. The shortstop into the grass. Hurston makes the catch for out number 2. So a couple of quick outs after the runner and Burke advance the scoring position. 2 outs for Daniel Withers, who was our Evergreen Family Medicine player interviewee today. 4th season on the Dr. Stewarts. Joked this was year 26 for him. But he's back with the Docs this year in 2025. Takes the first pitch down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. I'm sure it's going to be odd for him next season when he ages out and can't come back and play for the Dr. Stewarts next year after spending every summer for the past 4 years in a Docs uniform. 1-0 pitch. Withers laces it down the left field side, but it's foul. Just a little bit left of the line. 1 ball and 1 strike to Withers. Just wrapped up his first year at Umpqua Community College. Said he's going to go back. Year number 2 with the program as he pops a pitch in the infield. The pitcher, Bishop, makes the catch for the final out. Well, Burke has a leadoff single. He's left stranded at second base. No runs and no errors. We head to the bottom of the first inning. The score is 0-0 here on 541radio.com. And the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
It wasn't until 1925 that the American Legion gave birth to its first youth program, and that was American Legion Baseball. And the emphasis was on citizenship and sportsmanship.
Travel ball, a lot of the times you go and you play and it's kind of just more of an individual game. But in Legion Baseball, it's more of a team working towards a goal, and I really appreciate that.
That you're playing for something more than just yourself. We're playing for all the past veterans who have served. We're playing for the people who are still serving in the military. And it's a huge honor to be part of this program.
Bottom of the first inning, 0-0 the score. Special thanks to our sponsor, Flyaway Travel. Contact the travel experts at Travel Leader Flyaway Travel and make sure you have an agent in your corner. Call 541-672-5701. Well, the Barbers held the Dr. Stewart scoreless in the top of the first inning. Now the bottom of the first with the Barbers coming up to hit Kainoa Santiago, Logan Nakamura, and Dakota Chun. 1, 2, 3. Gabe Coltman, Connor Perry, Torshin Hurston. The 4, 5, and 6 hole hitters, Jace Randall, Miles Ott, and Kiernan Kelly, batters 7, 8, and 9. Caden Rygaard is on the mound for the Dr. Stewarts. Rygaard's first pitch, it misses high. 1 ball and no strikes to Santiago. Listed as the 16th overall player in the state of Oregon, number 2 outfielder, committed to Gonzaga University. 0-1 pitch, he rips the ball to right field for a leadoff single. First hit of the game for the Portland Barbers. Again, first hit brought to you by MSK True Value. Make sure your summer projects are a hit with a stop by the MSK family of stores in Myrtle Creek and Tri-City. So a runner at first base, nobody out for the Barbers in the bottom of the first. 2-hole hitter Logan Nakamura will stand in. Rygaard out of the stretch. His first pitch is lined to left field for a base hit. Back-to-back singles for the Barbers, and they're in business in the bottom of the first inning.
Now batting the third baseman, number 18, Dakota Chun.
Brings up Dakota Chun. So Chun will stand in against Rygaard, who's making his 4th start, 6th appearance of the season. Just 12 and a third innings pitched this year, an 0-4 record for Rygaard. Rygaard looks back towards second. His first pitch to Chun is a breaking ball that's up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Chun at the plate from Sunset High School. Honorable mention, all-state player. Committed to the University of Portland. Just won the state championship this past year with Sunset. A remarkable season for Sunset. Able to take down Grant in the state title game. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch from Rygaard. Up and inside, 2 balls and no strikes. So Chun just graduated, heading off to the University of Portland. Going to go play with the Pilots. Doesn't have the batting gloves yet, but he'll get them. You'll notice every summer, Portland Pilots baseball players, they always wear the purple batting gloves they give them. Rygaard will step off the mound. At least that's my experience in the West Coast League, broadcasting with the Springfield Drifters. And every kid in the WCL from the University of Portland, they love rocking the purple batting gloves. 2-0 pitch. In for a strike, 2-1. They must be pretty good, because I know that some other kids, whether they be at Cal State Northridge, University of Oregon, other schools, sometimes they wear different colored gloves. Sometimes they wear different college baseball gloves. Not the UP guys. 2-1 pitch. Lofted in the air out towards center field. St. Clair makes the catch in center at second base, and tagging is Santiago. The throw to third is a little bit late as he advances to third base. So a little bit of a productive out for Dakota Chun. With the fly out to center field. Runners on the corners. With one out in the bottom of the first inning. 0-0 still the score. Brings up Gabe Coltman, the right fielder. Coltman, also from Sunset High School, committed to the University of South Carolina Upstate. So another graduate for this Barbers squad. Swings and misses at the first pitch. A fastball off the edge of the plate by Rygaard and got the chase, 0-1. First team All-State selection for Coltman, 6'5", 235 pounds. Certainly looks it at the plate. Runner from first base, taken off. Rygaard steps off the mound, throws back towards second. Anderson in a rundown, and they're going to run Nakamura back towards first base. Looked like an intentional play to try to score the run from third in Santiago. Docs weren't buying it. They prevent the run. No balls, one strike. Nakamura at first and Santiago at third. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Just a pleasantly warm afternoon. Day after the 4th of July. Hope everybody had a great 4th of July and are having a great rest of your holiday weekend. 1-1 pitch. Flown out of play towards the first base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Coltman, the 4-hole hitter. Chance to drive in the first run of the game. The go-ahead run at third base in the bottom of 1. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball, foul towards the third base side. So Rygaard, that 0-4 record. Just 12 1/3 innings pitched with 21 runs against him. Only 12 have been earned, though. 13 walks, 10 strikeouts. Plus a hit by pitch. Have a brief stoppage with Nakamura over at first base, tying his shoe. Gets up off the base. At first base, it's Cal Robbins holding him there. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to the left side, past the diving Burke into left field. And then it gets past Withers in left field and is going to roll towards the track. That's going to allow the runner in Nakamura to come in and score. At second base is Coltman. It's an RBI single plus the air. And it's 2-0. Barbers with the lead in the bottom of the first. So a good hit, but then a poor error for Withers. Primarily a third baseman, but trouble fielding the ball. Out in left field as an outfielder. And just like that, it's 2-0. Portland with the lead. So the E7 will score Nakamura from first base. And Santiago's in on the RBI single. Brings up Connor Perry, the first baseman. Runner at second, 1 out in the bottom of the first. He swings at the first pitch and pops it up in the infield on the left side. Johnson gets called off by Paxton Burke, who makes the catch, and they say that he dropped it on the exchange. Scary play. Almost another error, but it is going to be a pop-up to shortstop for the P6. Runner at second, 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Barbers leading by 2, but a chance to add on another run with 2 outs as Torsten Herson comes to the plate, the shortstop. Rygaard steps off the mound, looks back towards second, and does not throw back. Ursum from LaSalle High School, committed to Lane Community College next year. 476 hitter this past season with 7 doubles, a triple, and a home run. Takes a pitch high, 1-0. He's also from LaSalle High School, first team All-League selection, second team All-State infielder. It's a loaded Portland Barbers squad. 1-0 pitch. In for a strike. Gets the favorable call on the outside part of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike from Rygaard. Looking to avoid his 5th loss of the season. Trying to keep the damage at just 2 here in the first inning. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Outside, 2-1. Defensively for the Dr. Stewarts, Withers out in left field, Dane St. Clair in center, and right Taj Flora. Jake Johnson at third, Paxton Burke the shortstop, Logan Anderson at second, Cal Robbins at first, and Ty Hellenthal is catching behind the plate. 2-1 pitch. Rygaard misses up and away, 3 balls and 1 strike. This will be the 20th pitch of the inning for the right-hander. And heading off to Blue Mountain Community College after a season playing junior college baseball in Colorado. 3-1 pitch. Lofted in the air out towards center field. St. Clair just moves back maybe 3 steps. Makes the catch for the final out. 2 runs come in on 3 hits, 1 error defensively, and 1 left stranded. We head to the top of the second inning. The score is 2-0. The Barbers with the lead here on 541radio.com. And the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Top of the second inning, it is 2-0. Portland with the lead against the Dr. Stewart. Special thanks to our sponsor, Winston Auto Care. Don't strike out with car troubles. Call Winston Auto Care at 541-679-8685. Your home team for auto repair for over 25 years. Taj Flora is leading things out for the Dr. Stewarts in the top of the second, trailing by 2. On the mound again is Max Bishop. The right-hander will deliver a first pitch that's popped out towards center field for a base hit. So Flora has a leadoff single for the Dr. Stewarts. It's their second hit of the game after Paxton Burke's leadoff single last inning. He was left stranded at second base after stealing the second base bag. Fly out to center field, pop up in the infield twice to end the inning for the Barbers. St. Clair will now come up to the plate. Dane at the dish with Jake Johnson on deck. First pitch, St. Clair takes a strike, 0-1. On deck sponsor is the Blind Man. If you're feeling the heat when you're on deck, contact the Blind Man, a Hunter Douglas Gallery dealer in Roseburg. They can help you with several patio shade options to beat the summer heat or other design options for your home. Visit blindmanroseburg.com for more details. No balls, 1 strike to St. Clair. Flora with some wheels at first base. The 0-1 pitch, St. Clair lofts it out towards center field. And to make the catch is Santiago for out number 1. One out, a runner at first base. Brings up Jake Johnson. So Johnson batting in the 7th spot. The Southwest Conference Player of the Year. Not the same success at the plate this summer that he had during the spring season with the Roseburg Indians. Nonetheless, a dangerous hitter. He takes a first pitch strike, 0-1. Johnson this season, batting just .262, batted north of .400 with the Indians in the spring. The 0-1 grounds the ball sharply to short, fielding it as Horson. The throw from second base and Nakamura to first is in time, and it's a double play. 6-4-3 they go. We head to the bottom of the second inning after one hit, no runs, no errors, and no one left stranded. It's the Barbers leading 2-0 here on 541radio.com and the score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Johnson Lumber Company, a forward-thinking family company, has been operating in the Douglas County community for over 60 years. Founded by Don R. Johnson, the man who set the tone of commitment to these local communities by providing stable, long-term employment. D.R. Johnson Lumber Company understands the significance of investing in our youth because they are the foundation of our future. That's why they're a proud supporter of Roseburg Doc Stewart's. Come watch the Docs swing some lumber with D.R. Johnson Lumber Company. Go Docs!
Bottom of the second inning, it is 2-0. Portland with the lead. Special thanks to the Cow Creek Tribe, our video stream sponsor all season long, as well as DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. And if you're listening on the radio right now, we got the live video simulcast up and rolling at 541radio.com or on our YouTube channel at 1490 VScore. First pitch from Caden Reigard in the bottom of the second inning is in for a strike. No balls and one strike to Jace Randall, followed by Miles Ott and Kieran Kelly. Batters 7, 8, and 9. Reigard winds and fires a pitch that is in for a strike. 0-2. Gets back in the zone after giving up 2 runs on 3 hits in the first inning. Reigard's 0-2 pitch. It's a fastball high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Looks to be in a little bit more of a rhythm. He's out of the windup. Wasting no time. Pounding the zone to start, but misses high on the third pitch. Here's the fourth pitch of the at-bat, the 1-2, breaking ball that's popped up out towards right center field. St. Clair was running towards his left, now charges in and makes the catch for out number 1. 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the second inning. It brings up Miles Ott. Ott is the left fielder, batting in the 8th spot. Young man from Tigard High School. First pitch, breaking ball that is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. So out at Tigard, the 1-0 pitch, it's outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Tigard, their head coach is James Leach, Boog Leach, former Roseburg Indian, and Dr. Stewart. 2-0 pitch from Reigard. It's outside. 3 balls and no strikes. The Dr. Stewarts, rather the Indians, they faced off against Tigard in the postseason in the first round. It was returned to Champion Car Wash Field for Leach. 3-0 pitch. It's taken for a strike, 3-1. It was fun for him to come back to Roseburg and get to coach in that game against his former coach in Troy Thompson. 3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Check swing, and it's chopped foul to the first base side. Full count as Reigard works his way back in this at-bat. 2-0, the Barbers with the lead. 2 runs coming in last inning on the 3 hits, but there was 1 error. Only 1 of the runs was earned. Payoff pitch from Reigard. It's fouled off, and staying alive is on. May have gotten a piece of Hellenthal as he needs a second to try to walk things off. A.J. Doolittle is out to talk with him. Brief discussion, claps his hands, and he'll head back towards the dugout of the Dr. Stewarts. Roseburg in the third base dugout today. They were in the first base dugout yesterday. So Ott back to the box. Graduate this past season at Tigard. Was a senior for the squad. 3-2 pitch. Line drive to left field, and it's down for a base hit. Withers collects and throws it in. 1 out single for the 8-hole hitter. 4th hit given up by Rygard.
Now batting the catcher, number 2, Kieran Kelly.
Brings up Kieran Kelly, the catcher. Kelly from LaSalle High School. Honorable mention All-League player that's heading into his senior season after a good junior year. Rygard's first pitch to Kelly is a fastball high above the letters, 1-0. Kelly hit .356 and had 4 doubles in league games this season. 1-0 pitch. Line drive out towards right field, and it's right at Taj Flora. Makes the grab for out number 2. 2 outs, a runner at first base in this 2-0 ball game. Rygard looking to put a 0 on the board after the 2 runs in the first. Trying to keep the offense in the game. Give them a chance, trailing by just too early. A lot of baseball to go. Top of the order back up. Kainoa Santiago, the center fielder who had a leadoff single, up for the second time today. Rygard's first pitch is taken for a strike. 0-1. Hellenthal popped up thinking that Ott was potentially heading off towards second. He remained at first. Rygard looks back towards first, comes set. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Down and away. 1-1. Dr. Stewart's 1-2 this weekend. Trying to come back and go even 2-2, lock up their spot for tomorrow. 1-1 pitch. Grounded towards third. It ricochets off of Johnson out towards the second base side, and there's no play for Anderson. Tough one as Johnson seems a little bit shaken up. It went right off of his thigh. Takes a brief walk. We'll credit that as a error on Jake. So an E5 to advance on to second. And they continue to check on Johnson as the stare comes out. Kicks up some dirt to try to even out the field. Jake seems to be okay, so he's going to remain in the game, but 2 on and 2 out after the second error for the Dr. Stewarts. Another free 90 and an opportunity for the Barbers to add on to their lead with Logan Nakamura coming up. He had a single his first time up as well. So 2 on and 2 outs. 2-hole hitter at the plate. In the bottom of the second. First pitch is fouled back, 0-1. Snowballs and 1 strike from Rygard. Getting an opportunity to put a 0 on the board. Keep it just a 2-run game, manageable at this point. Nakamura takes a breaking ball for a strike. Good breaking ball that dropped in the low outside corner. Nakamura going to have to battle now. Rygard looking for his first strikeout. Had no balls in 2 strikes. The pitch, outside. 1-2. Went with the heater and could not get the chase. Rygaard approaching 40 pitches. This will be pitch number 39 of the game for the right-hander. 1-2 pitch. Down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So this will be the 40th pitch of the game for Rygaard. Play a lot of tournaments back-to-back and a lot of games back-to-back. Docs haven't had an off day since last Tuesday. Preserving pitchers is key. 2-2 pitch. It's fouled away towards the right field side. Been a long stretch of games for the Dr. Stewarts. Started last Wednesday. 2 games in Eugene. Then went to the Coach K. 1 game Thursday, 2 on Friday, 1 on Saturday and Sunday. Doubleheaders on Monday and Tuesday, and then games Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Ground ball and the 2-2 pitch out towards the right side. Anderson Fields lobs it to first base, and it just beats the runner in time in Nakamura. Close one, but the error does not cost the Dr. Stewarts. No runs after 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left stranded. We now head to the 3rd inning. The score is 2-0. Portland with the lead here on 541radio.com and the score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
Top of the 3rd inning, it is 2-0, Portland with the lead. Special thanks to our sponsor, Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County, as well as Bowers Industrial, a proud supporter of our local community and youth sports. So Ryan Shaver is up to the plate for the Dr. Stewarts. The 8-hole hitter, followed by Ty Hellenthal and Paxton Burke. The first pitch is a strike, 0-1. So the Docs trailing by just 2. Despite 2 errors defensively, 4 hits allowed. Manageable for the offense, but they got to get the bats going. Shaver checks his swing. He went around. No balls and 2 strikes to the 8-hole hitter. Shaver the DH. Max Bishop on the mound will wind and fire the 0-2. It's lined towards short, off of the mitt of the leaping Herson. And it's going to be a leadoff single for the Dr. Stewarts for the 3rd straight inning. So it's 3 straight innings of singles for the Dr. Stewarts. But no runs to show for it. Brings up Ty Hellenthal. He shows bunt, tries the bunt, pulls it back, throws back towards first base, and back there safely is Shaver. So 1 ball and no strikes as the pitch missed high above the letters for Hellenthal. Trying to bunt and advance the runner in Shaver into scoring position. 1-0 pitch, shows bunt again, bunts it to the first base side, and it goes foul. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Hellenthal. Trying to square it up at the plate. Give the top of the order in Paxton Burke and Logan Anderson a couple of opportunities to drive in a run. Trailing just by 2. Anyway, anyhow, whether it's small ball or big ball, you got to play. 1-1, Hellenthal shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's in for a strike. He's going to have to swing it here Although, who knows, earlier this week we saw Hellenthal on Monday attempt a bunt with 2 strikes. He did bunt it foul, and he was out. But he did have that opportunity to try with 2 strikes. Let's see if they trust him here. 1-2. Pitch from Bishop. Breaking ball. Called strike 3. Rings up Hellenthal. Quite the response after the leadoff single. That's the first strikeout for Bishop as he has completed the first time through the order. So it brings up Paxton Burke, a single and a stolen base in the first inning. Back up here in inning number 3 with a runner at first base in Shaver. First pitch, Burke takes it in the dirt, 1-0. Good job by Kieran Kelly behind the plate. Get his body in front of it and keep the runner in Shaver at first base away from scoring position. 1-0 pitch to Burke. Chopper towards the right side, charging in as the first baseman. Went right between his legs and at first base safely is Burke as Nakamura picked it up in behind him and ended up being a hair late to Burke. So that'll go down, I believe, as an error. Went right between the legs of Perry.
The batter, number 4, second baseman, Logan Anderson.
So the Ducks get a break and advances Shaver into scoring position. Not a productive out, but a productive at-bat for Burke. The first error of the game for Portland as Anderson takes the pitch outside, 1-0. So Shaver at second, Burke at first. Tying run is on the bases. They're on the top of the third, 2-0, Portland with the lead. Bishop, the right-hander from LaSalle, kicks and fires a pitch. In for a strike, 1-1. Bishop just a .37 ERA in league games this season at LaSalle. Large reason why he was a first-team All-League selection. 1-1 pitch. It's grounded through the 3-4 hole into right field. In right field, Coltman fields. He throws it towards the plate. The throw, a good one, a one-hopper, and it's late. Shaver's into home plate safely as they could not get the tag on the heel. Bang, bang play, but Shaver just beats it. It's an RBI single for Logan Anderson, and the Ducks are on the board. It's 2-1. Taking third base on the play is Burke. Some runners on the corners, and the tying run is at third base. RBI for Logan Anderson. RBIs this season brought to you by Umpqua Bank. Whether it's great deals on investments, saving on loans and lines of credit, or personal banking with no overdraft fees, you can cash in with Umpqua Bank, member FDIC. Stop by one of their 6 branches in Douglas County and Roseburg, Sutherland, Myrtle Creek, and Canyonville. One out, runners on the corners for Cal Robbins. A chance to tie the game for Roseburg. First pitch. Robbins grounds it to third. Picking it up on one hop is Chun. He goes to 2 for 1. The throw to first base. A double play. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 DP. And Portland preserves the lead. It's 2-1 after 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left stranded. We're headed to the bottom of the third. 2-1. It's the Barbers with the lead. Here on 541radio.com. And the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Bottom of the third inning, it is 2-1, Portland with the lead. Special thanks to our sponsor, Palm Wealth Management, a member of D.A. Davidson and Company, member SIPC, as well as the Cow Creek Tribe, our video stream sponsor all season long. Caden Rygaard back on the mound. Pitch number 42 of the day for him. Bounces in and gets past catcher Ty Hellenthal. 1 ball and no strikes. Facing off against batters 3, 4, and 5. The heart of the lineup, Dakota Chun, Gabe Coltman, and Connor Perry. 1 ball and no strikes from Rygaard. The pitch is chopped foul, 1-1. Heart of the lineup is brought to you by Floors by Design. Flooring is at the heart of every home, and Floors by Design is the premier location in Douglas County, offering the latest and greatest from the industry's leading manufacturers. Visit roseburgflooring.com for more information. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Rygaard. The pitch is in for a strike. 1-2. Fastball in the low outside corner. John at the plate, a fly out to center field, his first time up. The 1-2 offering. Whacked into center field for a base hit. So another hit for the Barbers. Hit number 5 of the day for Portland, and Chun has his first. Brings up Gabe Coltman, who had an RBI single back in the first inning. The reason why it is 2-1. 2 runs came in on his hit to left field. It was an error by Daniel Withers to score a run from first base in Logan Nakamura. So a runner at first, nobody out in the bottom of the third. 1-run game, 2-1. The Barbers with the lead. And another hit out towards right field. And then it gets past Flora. That's going to allow Chun to go all the way to third base. He's waved. The throw is going to go towards third. The relay from Anderson gets wide. Johnson collides with the batter and Coltman, and he's going to come in and score. It's a Little League home run, and the Barbers lead 4-1. 2 errors on the play for the Dr. Stewarts result in 2 runs. It was just a single to right field, and again, trouble for the outfielders as Coltman comes all the way in and scores. 2 errors for Taj Flora as Chun is in from first base, and it's a heck of a play for the Barbers as they get bailed out, and a tough one for Rygaard, a couple of more unearned runs. Pitch is outside with nobody on. Here in the bottom of the third inning, 4-1 the score. 1 ball and no strikes to Connor Perry. The pitch from Rygaard is belted in the air, sent a mile in the sky, but just shy of the track. It dies down for Daniel Withers for out number 1. I mean, he got a hold of it, but certainly got a little bit too much under it. Just fly out to left field, and it brings up Torsten Hersom. Hersom stands in with a fly out to center field, his first time up. 1-0 pitch, or rather first pitch. It's up and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Rygaard works out of the windup. The 1-0 offering, it's down and away, 2 balls and no strikes. So 4 runs on 6 hits, 1 error defensively for Portland, 1 run on 4 hits, and 4 errors defensively for the Dr. Stewarts. 2-0 pitch bounces in, 3 balls and no strikes. Looks like a Dr. Stewart pitcher is warming up in the bullpen now. Let's look off towards the left field side. 3 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. In for a strike, 3-1. Taking all the way was Hersom. Looks like Danner Wirtz is the pitcher winding up as the 3-1 pitch is low, and it's a walk to put a runner at first base for the Barbers. So Wirtz warming up. Just playing catch with Amos Bowers. Maybe it's a situation where Wirtz comes in and heads to first base. Maybe Cal Robbins goes out to pitch. No full pitching from Wirtz. Bowers has no catcher's gear on. It's just them two playing catch out there as there is a mound meeting between A.J. Doolittle, Ty Hellenthal, and Caden Rygaard.
Portland Baseball Club 17, Washington Dirtbags 2.
So runner at first, one out in this 4-1 ball game in the bottom of the third inning. So 2 hits in the inning, 2 errors, 2 runs with a runner at first. 1 out, and in is Jace Randall, the DH, a fly out to center field to lead things off last inning. Takes the first pitch outside, 1 ball and no strikes as Reigard has struggled to find the zone. One ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch. It's fastball high, 2-0. Wirtz is still in the bullpen. Maybe signaling to him to get ready. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. It's inside, 3-0. So in danger of walking in another run. Or rather, not a run, but another batter in this 4-1 game. The 3-0. Taken for a strike, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, with 1 out and the runner at first. Reigard's pitch is taken down and away, and it's another walk. Back-to-back walks, put runners at first and second. Hersom advances to second, is in scoring position. Miles Ott will come to the plate with a single his first time up. Coach Astaire is coming out, and this may be it for Reigard. Looks like Wirtz is going to be coming in the game as the right-hander emerges from the bullpen and heads towards the mound. So a pitching change coming. Pitching changes this season are brought to you by Overhead Door Company of Roseburg. If your garage doors are broken or just need updating, make the call to the Overhead Door Company of Roseburg for a change. They also provide full-service repairs. Visit overheaddoor.com. Skane Reigard, his day is done. It's 2 on with 1 out in the bottom of the third inning. 4-1 the score. It is the Barbers with the lead. 1 minute timeout here on 541radio.com and the score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
It wasn't until 1925 that the American Legion gave birth to its first youth program, and that was American Legion Baseball. And the emphasis was on citizenship and sportsmanship.
Travel ball, a lot of the times you go and you play and it's kind of just more of an individual game. But in Legion Baseball, it's more of a team working towards a goal, and I really appreciate that.
That you're playing for something more than just yourself. You're playing for all the past veterans who have served. You're playing for the people who are still serving in the military. And it's a huge honor to be part of this program.
4-1 the score in the bottom of the third inning. Tanner Wirtz is into the game for Caden Reigard. 2 1/3 innings pitch with 6 hits, 4 runs. Only 2 were earned with 2 walks and no strikeouts. Is responsible for both base runners at first and second, and Hersom and Randall. Miles Ott stands in. He's 1 for 1 with a single. Set to face off against Tanner Wirtz out of the bullpen. Wirtz, his first pitch. Way outside, 1 ball and no strikes to Ott, the left fielder from Tigard. So Wirtz is into the game for the Dr. Stewarts. Primarily has been a starter, but comes out of the bullpen for the first time this season. He'll step off the mound. He's pitched in 3 games. He leads the team in innings pitched this season with 20 innings pitched. 1-0 offering. Chopped foul, 1-1. Through 7 innings against the Fairfield Expos, 7 innings against the Eugene Challengers, and 6 innings against the Medford Rogues. Overall, a 1-0 record in his 3 starts, 9 earned runs, 24 hits, with 9 strikeouts and 6 walks. 1-1 pitch taken for a strike at the knees, 1-2. So he's the name called upon in this situation, trying to keep it a 3-run game. The 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Fastball on the outside part of the plate puts the second out on the board. The first strikeout for Wirtz as he starts his day with a K. Brings up Kieran Kelly, the 9-hole hitter. He had a line out to right field his first time up. 2 outs and 2 on in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 4-1. It's Portland with the lead. Wirtz's first pitch is taken down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Docs, the visiting team today. Final day of pool play at the Pampas Pizza Tournament. 1-0 pitch. Ground ball towards third. Johnson knocks it down trying to find the ball. He picks it up and he has no play. Tough one for Jake as he was leaning towards his right side. Curious if they credit that as an error, and they do. It's the 5th error today. So 5 errors for the Dr. Stewarts defensively. So far, just 2 unearned runs. And now Jaden Nakamura is the replacement runner at first base for Kieran Kelly. Got Noah Santiago due up. With the bases loaded, 2 outs. He takes the first pitch, a fastball up and away. 1 ball and no strikes from Wirtz. So station to station they go. Hersom goes from second to third. Randall from first to second with Kelly at first. 1-0 pitch. Grounded sharply towards first base. Robbins knocks it down in fair territory, races to the bag, and beats the batter in Santiago. Well, 3 are left stranded after a total of 3 errors, with the 3 runners left stranded and those 2 runs. So we'll now head to the top of the 4th inning. The score is 4-1. Portland with the lead here on 541radio.com and the score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Looking to expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Top of the 4th inning, it is 4-1, Portland with the lead. Special thanks to our sponsor, Southern Septic Service. Nobody sticks their nose in Southern Septic Service's business. Get a free, no-obligation estimate today for all your septic, grease trap, and portable toilet needs. Visit SouthernSepticServiceInc.com. Bishop still on the mound. The first pitch, it's fouled away by Daniel Withers. 0-1. Docs trailing by 3. 2 runs came in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Couple of errors costing the Dr. Stewarts today. Bishop shakes, now nods. Glares into Kieran Kelly. He'll wind and fire the 0-1. It's chopped foul by Withers. No balls and 2 strikes. Dan Withers, the Evergreen Family Medicine player interviewee today. Expect the unexpected at Evergreen Family Medicine, serving Roseburg, Myrtle Creek, and Sutherland. Evergreen offers more than traditional primary care. You can always expect more from Evergreen. 0-2 pitch. Off out the side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. To Withers, who popped up to the pitcher his first time up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch is down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Bishop. Doc scored 1 run on 2 hits and an error last inning. Withers takes the 2-2 pitch high, and the count goes full. So Withers, Taj Flora, and Dane St. Clair, batters 4, 5, and 6, the heart of the lineup, due up for the Ducks here in the top of the 4th. Payoff pitch from Bishop. Popped in the air out towards the left side of the infield. Shading the sun is Chun, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Heart of the lineup is brought to you by Floors by Design. Flooring is at the heart of every home, and Floors by Design is the premier location in Douglas County, offering the latest and greatest from the industry's leading manufacturers. Visit roseburgflooring.com for more information. Taj Flora, 1 for 1 with a single, stands in. His second look at Max Bishop. Just 3 hits allowed so far for Bishop. The right-hander's first pitch, in for a strike, 0-1 to Flora. Flora, a Sutherland grad, heading off to UCC, going to go play for Jake Whistler next year at Umpqua. Takes the 0-1 pitch high, 1-1, so he'll be spending a lot more time at Champion Car Wash Field. Sure, he's excited to get to play on the turf a lot more. Didn't get the opportunity to do so much at Sutherland. Takes the 1-1 pitch for a strike, 1-2. Although they got a nice turf football field there, soccer field as well, where UCC soccer played. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Flora flares it out towards the right side, and at first base, it's Connor Perry who hauls it in for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down to begin the top of the 4th inning. Brings up Dane St. Clair. St. Clair, a fly out to center field, his first time up. Doc's had a hit in each of the first 3 innings. As St. Clair swings and pops it up out towards shallow center field. Herson, the shortstop, drops the ball. It's off his mitt, and that's going to be another error for the Barbers. That's the 2nd error today for Portland. That puts St. Clair at first base and keeps the inning alive for the Dr. Stewarts on the E6 plate. Tons of errors today for both teams, as Jake Johnson will come back up to the plate. Johnson 0 for 1 with a ground out into a double play. Swings and fouls back. The pitch, 0-1. So the Dogs get extra life. See if they can make it count here. Trailing by 3. Top of the 4th inning. 0-1 pitch. Johnson lines it out towards second base. A diving play made by Nakamura. Was able to lay out and just extended enough to reel in the line drive by Johnson. Well, 1 error, no hits, no runs, and 1 left stranded. Halfway through this game, heading to the bottom of the 4th, it is 4-1. Portland with the lead here on 541radio.com and the score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with a news review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print, make it it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
It wasn't until 1925 that the American Legion gave birth to its first youth program, and that was American Legion Baseball. And the emphasis was on citizenship and sportsmanship.
Travel ball, a lot of the times you go and you play and it's kind of just more of an individual game. But in Legion Baseball, it's more of a team working towards a goal, and I really appreciate that.
That you're playing for something more than just yourself. You're playing for all the past veterans who have served. You're playing for the people who are still serving in the military. And it's a huge honor to be part of this program.
Bottom of the fourth inning, it is 4-1. The Barbers with the lead against the Dr. Stewart. Tanner Wirtz returns for his first full inning of relief work. Facing off against 2, 3, and 4, Logan Nakamura fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. Nakamura had the incredible leaping play to end the top half of the fourth inning. A diving play off towards his left side to prevent a hit towards right field to next end the inning. So Nakamura, Dakota Chun, and Gabe Coltman due up. Pitch is outside, 1 ball and 1 strike from Wirtz. Caden Rygaard, his final line is officially 2 1/3 innings pitch with 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 were earned with 2 walks and no strikeouts. 1-1 pitch from Wirtz is inside, 2 balls and 1 strike as the Barbers look to add on to their lead. 4 runs on 6 hits. They've been helped out by 5 errors. And Wirtz had some trouble on the mound. He was falling off as he went to deliver it, and it's going to be a ball. So 3 balls and 1 strike. He didn't even throw the pitch, and they put up another ball on the board. Kind of like a balk type of play. And now Wirtz is going to take a step off the mound and reset. Now the right-hander comes set, the 3-1 pitch. Laced deep in the air out towards right field, but a good chunk foul. It was about 25 feet to the left. Would have been gone by a good margin. Away foul. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the 2-hole hitter. Payoff pitch from Wirtz. Grounded towards the right side into right field. Nakamura has his second hit of the game. It's a leadoff single to put a runner at first base in the bottom of the fourth for the Barbers. 7th hit for Portland. Again, they had a game with 12 hits against the Dr. Stewarts earlier this season. They pulled off 2 victories, winning 4-3 and 8-3. They lead 4-1 in the bottom of the fourth with a runner at first and nobody out for the 3-hole hitter. Dakota Chun, who singled his last time up, takes the first pitch inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Wirtz working out of the stretch. His 1-0 pitch. Called a strike. Just able to connect with the upper inner corner to the lefty in Chun. Good tournament so far. As the throw goes back towards first base, and back there safely is Nakamura. Helmthal, the catcher behind the plate, squatting as the pitch misses low. 2 balls and 1 strike here in this 4-1 game. Two balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Wirtz. Line drive out towards right field, and it's down in the alleyway, and it's going to roll all the way to the wall. In center field, St. Clair collects. He'll throw it in. Coming around third base and in to score from first is Logan Nakamura. As the Barbers add on to their lead, it is 5-1. Flora was playing well to the right side, and it was hit probably about midway between right field and right center. But it found its way to the wall, and that allows Nakamura to come in on the 8th hit of the game for Portland. And it's 5-1 with a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the fourth. Brings up Gabe Coltman. 2 singles so far for the 4-hole hitter. 5-1 the score. The Barbers leading now by 4. First pitch. Fouled away. 0-1, and this is Wirtz's first time pitching out of the bullpen as we see Fletcher Coleman and Amos Bowers head off towards the bullpen. There's another team here warming up their pitcher for the next game, and they might have to boot him aside to let the Docs warm up their pitcher and Coleman. 0-1 pitch is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to Gabe Coltman. Again, committed to University of South Carolina Upstate. Going to go play Division I baseball. 1-1 offering is taken for a strike. 1-2. Wind blowing out towards dead center field. Good breeze today compared to yesterday. Throw back towards second, and back there safely is Chun. One-two pitch. Ground ball off towards the left side. Burke, the shortstop, bobbles it, and he has no play to first base. So now runners on the corners. Would have been a tough play for Burke, regardless of whether or not he fielded the ball cleanly, and I think they're going to give it as an error.
Now batting for the Barbers, number 7, first baseman.
So an E6, I believe, will be the call. Runners on the corners. Still nobody out in the bottom of the 4th inning. 5-1 the score. It is Portland with the lead. Here's Connor Perry. He's 0 for 2, and he fouls off the first pitch, showing 1. A 1 pitch. It's a little bit high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Appears they may have given the batter and Coltman a hit. 1-1 pitch. A little bit low. 2 balls and 1 strike. So another hit credited to Portland. 9 hits. 2-1 offering. It's lined out towards right center field. St. Clair can't get to it, and neither can Flora. That's going to allow Perry to head towards second base and now take a trip towards third. Relay heads to third base. The relay is late as Perry is into third base with a 2 RBI triple. Barbers add on to their lead once again. It is now 7-1, Portland with the lead. Run-filled inning and a tough start for Tanner Wirtz.
Up to bat for the Barbers, number 3, shortstop, Torsten Herson.
Brings up Herson as he takes the pitch. 1-0. So Wirtz working out of the stretch with the infield in. The pitch is taken off the edge of the plate. 2 balls and no strikes. Coleman is warming up with Amos Bowers out in the bullpen for the Dr. Stewarts. Pitch from Wirtz is in for a strike. 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike with Perry at third. 2-1 pitch. Fouled off, 2-2. The Dr. Stewarts this season have done a pretty good job with the infield playing in. Trying to keep it a 6-run game. 2 runs in the first, 2 in the second, and now 3 in the fourth for the Barbers. A team that has only lost 1 game all season. They were shut out at Hillsdale, or Hillsburg. And now stepping off the mound is Wirtz. Two. Inside, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count pitch upcoming. Here it is. Hit in the air out towards center field. St. Clair circles under it, makes the catch, tagging at third base is Perry, and he comes in to score. It is now 8-1, the Barbers with the lead as the first out is finally recorded here in the bottom of the fourth.
Now batting for the Barbers, number 27, designated hitter Jace Randall.
Brings up Jace Randall. Reached on an error and flew out. First pitch. Takes it outside. 1 ball and no strikes. So 4 runs coming in the inning. Now nobody on for Wirtz. A little bit of relief as he takes or throws a pitch down away. 2 balls and no strikes to Randall, who takes. Randall from Tigard High School. Spent this past season at Willamette University. Takes the pitch low. 3 balls and no strikes. Appeared in just 1 game for the Bearcats. They're supposedly getting a renovation to their baseball stadium. 3-0 pitch. Flared out towards right field. Flora in to make the catch. 2 away. Brings up Miles Ott with 2 outs in this 8-1 ball game. It's the Barbers with the lead as Ott has a single and a strikeout looking. Again, a lot to be determined. What happens? Dr. Stewart's hoping to come from behind, of course. They have to wait and see where they play tomorrow. Pitch is up and inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Weekend certainly hasn't worked the way that they had hoped for. Could be playing here tomorrow at 10 a.m. Could be playing Hamlin Sports Complex at 10 a.m. Pitch is inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Fletcher Coleman seems ready as he comes out of the bullpen and emerges back into the dugout. 2-0 pitch, line towards third. It gets past Johnson and into left field. He had to jump out of the way as it took a weird hop off the dirt. Believe it'll be another hit
Now batting number 2, the catcher.
as there's a runner at first base. Kieran Kelly is going to come to the plate, and this may be it for Danner Wirtz. As the stare comes out, Fletcher Coleman is coming in. So another pitching change. Pitching changes again brought to you by the Overhead Door Company of Roseburg. If your garage doors are broken or just need updating, make the call to the Overhead Door Company of Roseburg for a change. They also provide full-service repairs. Visit overheaddoor.com. Let you know about Fletcher Coleman and the final line for Danner Wirtz on the other half of this break. You're on 541radio.com and the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Error on the scoreboard. That was an error.
So Fletcher Coleman comes into the game in the bottom of the fourth inning. 2 outs with a runner at first after an E5 put Miles Ott at first base. Danner Wirtz just an inning and a third itched out of the bullpen with 3 hits, 4 runs. Just 3 were earned with no walks. 8-1 the score. It is the Barbers with the lead As Fletcher Coleman comes into the game, the southpaw from Roseburg High School. Barbers 8 runs on 9 hits, 6 errors defensively for the Dr. Stewarts, according to our game changer. 4 hits and 2 errors defensively, 4 hits, 6 errors defensively for the Dr. Stewarts, 9 hits, 2 errors defensively for the Portland Barbers. First pitch from Fletcher Coleman, it's outside. 1 ball and no strikes. So Coleman into the game. This is his 6th appearance of the season. He's thrown 10 innings in his first 5 outings. Hit up the middle, past the diving Anderson by Kieran Kelly. Trying to take third base is on the throw from center field. A good one, but it's late as the ball popped free from the mitt of Johnson. So a single, and now runners on the corners after the 10th hit of the game for the Barbers. Bottom of the 4th, 8-1 the score. And it brings up Kainoa Santiago. Santiago, a single, reached on an error and grounded out to first. First pitch is in for a strike, 0-1.
The batter, number 6, center fielder Kainoa Santiago.
This is the 9th batter of the inning for the Portland Barbers. Already 4 runs on the board. Coleman's pitch is fouled away, 0-2. Coleman has a 1-0 record with 2 saves. No earned runs on the year, has allowed 3 runs, all unearned. The 0-2, breaking ball that's hit out towards left field for another base hit. That'll score another run as taking second base is Kelly. It's 9-1. The lead has grown to 8. It's the 11th hit of the game for the Barbers. And back up to the plate is Logan Nakamura. Nakamura led off this inning with a single. He came in and scored. Now batting here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Coleman's first pitch. It's taken down and away, 1-0. Certainly not the outcome that Coach Sestaire was hoping for. At least not the start of this game. There's still some baseball to be played. Stranger things have happened. The Docs lost a game earlier this year in which they were leading 3-2 going into the bottom of the 5th inning, allowed 11 runs to Medford, and they ended up walking off the game. Who knows, maybe an 11-inning is on the horizon for the Dr. Stewarts today, although Max Bishop has done a pretty good job. Ground ball off towards the right side. Anderson waits, he collects, throws to first base, and gets the final out. In total, 5 runs come in on 5 hits with a couple of errors, and we'll now head to the top of the 5th inning. The score is 9-1. It is the Barbers with the lead here on 541radio.com. And the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Johnson Lumber Company, a forward-thinking family company, has been operating in the Douglas County community for over 60 years. Founded by Don R. Johnson, the man who set the tone of commitment to these local communities by providing stable, long-term employment. D.R. Johnson Lumber Company understands the significance of investing in our youth because they are the foundation of our future. That's why they're a proud supporter of Roseburg Doc Stewarts. Come watch the Docs swing some lumber with D.R. Johnson Lumber Company. Go Docs!
check out social media to find out where your team.
Top of the fifth inning, it is 9-1, Portland with the lead here at Swede Johnson Stadium. Final day of pool play at the Papa's Pizza Tournament. Special thanks to our sponsor, Roseburg Country Club, established in 1922, offering an 18-hole course with an excellent year-round playability. You can find out more at roseburgcountryclub.com. Ryan Shaver, Ty Hellenthal, and Paxton Burke are due up. Batters 8, 9, and 1 against Max Bishop. Bishop, his first pitch, somehow avoids the zone. 1 ball and no strikes to Shaver, who singled his first time up. One of the 3 Docs with a hit today. You get one of the 4 Docs with hits today. 1-0 pitch. He takes a pitch for a strike, 1-1. Paxton Burke has a hit, Logan Anderson has a hit, Taj Flora has a hit, and Shaver has a hit. Plus, he has the 1 run scored for the Docs as they trail by 8. 1-1 pitch. Bishop takes it, or misses up and inside, 2-1. Docs looking to score some runs with the way that Portland's been scoring some runs today. Could be over in 5, if not scoring some runs here. Shaver grounds the ball towards third. A tough play by the third baseman and John. And after falling to his knees and getting up, he fired it towards first, and Shaver legs it out. I believe it'll go down as a infield hit on just a sharp ground ball towards third. And as a hit, so another hit to Shaver. He's 2 for 2. It brings up Ty Hellenthal with the runner at first base. 9-1 the score. It's the Barbers with the lead. Hellenthal swings and lines the ball down the left field line. It's in fair territory, and it's going to roll all the way to the wall. Shaver is held up at third base. Into second safely is Ty Hellenthal with a double. Docs in business as they have 2 in scoring position on back-to-back hits in the top of the 5th inning. Brings up Paxton Burke, a single, and reached on an error. So is yet to be retired. Third time through the order now for the Dr. Stewart's offensively. Two on and nobody out. Pitch from Bishop. Swing and a miss by Burke, 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to the switch hitting shortstop. He's batted certainly a lot more on the right side of the plate as a lefty this season. Checks his swing. The 0-1 is in the dirt, and he did not go around. So 1 ball and 1 strike after the appeal. Bishop up to 50 pitches. Pitch number 51 is grounded sharply to first base. They'll surrender the run as fielding is the first baseman Perry, and he taps on the bag for out number 1. So it's an RBI ground out for Paxton Burke. Ty Hellenthal advances to third base. Shaver comes in to score from third. Runner at third base, 1 out in a 9-2 ball game. Brings up Logan Anderson with a chance at an RBI. Takes a breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. Chance to bring in his teammate and one of his best friends in Ty Hellenthal at third base. 2 of them seniors on this Umpqua Valley Christian squad that won back-to-back state titles. In for a strike, 0-2. They won the state title this year here in Eugene at PK Park, defeating Kennedy 2-1. An excellent game, and Ty Hellenthal pitched a beauty. 0-2 pitch. Anderson fouls it back. He'll stay alive. It was an excellent opportunity for each of those kids to get to go and play at PK Park. Anderson had 2 hits in the game and also reached base safely on an error. Takes the 0-2 pitch high, 1-2. Anderson scored a run in the first inning of that game as well. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch from Bishop. Lined out towards left field, and it's down for a base hit. That'll score Helmthal from third as the Ducks cut it to 6. It is 9-3. So big, important, crucial runs for Roseburg as they look to mount a large comeback.
First baseman, number 14, Cal Robbins.
As now Cal Robbins will stand in. Grounded into a double play his last time up. Runner at first and one out. Robbins takes a pitch for a strike, going 1. So good to get 2 runs back. Head of the bottom of the 5th inning. 0-1. Robbins lines it out towards center field. In to make the catch as the center fielder Santiago throw to first base. A double play. Anderson was breaking towards second, thinking it was going to drop, and he was caught in no man's land as Robbins unfortunately hits into another double play. 2 runs on 3 hits, no runners left stranded, and no errors in the inning. Heading to the bottom of the 5, it is 9-3 the score. It is the Barbers with the lead here on 541radio.com and the score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To expand your portfolio, consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
Bottom of the 5th inning, it is 9-3 the score. It is the Barbers with the lead here at Swede Johnson Stadium. 7 hits for the Dr. Stewarts, 11 for Portland, with 6 errors defensively for Roseburg and 2 for the Barbers. Fletcher Coleman, his first pitch is a little bit high, 1 ball and no strikes to begin the bottom of the 5th inning. To go to Chun, Gabe Coltman and Connor Perry, 3, 4, and 5 for the Barbers. As pitch is a little bit high. 2 balls and no strikes. Two-oh pitch. Hit out of play. As this is a pinch hitter at the plate, Zach Yeager is hitting for Dakota Chun. So Yeager in from Tigard. Takes the pitch outside. 3 balls and 1 strike from Coleman. Yeager at Linfield now. Played in 3 games with 1 start with the Cats. Takes the pitch up and away. So it's a leadoff walk to start for Fletcher Coleman. And now another pinch hitter. Ryden Nakamura. So Nakamura is at the plate with the runner at first. First pitch to him. It's a fastball for a strike on the outside part of the plate, 0-1. Ryden, he's from Ridgeview High School, first-team All-State outfielder, class of 2026, so heading into his senior season. The 0-1 pitch. Taken a little bit low. 1-1 from Coleman. Docs trailing by 6. Barbers put up 5 runs last inning. They had 2 in the 3rd and 2 in the 1st. Throw back towards first base, and diving back there safely is Yeager. It's warmed up to 78 degrees this afternoon. A pleasant day in the South Willamette Valley. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch from Coleman. Bounces in outside, 2-1. So Coleman, his 6th appearance, all out of the bullpen this season. Only threw 1 game in the spring with the Roseburg Indians. Primarily was the right fielder. 2-1, it's fouled away. 2-2. Consistent starter, a staple in the lineup for the for the Roseburg Indians in the spring, en route to their Southwest Conference championship. Able to win the title this season, but upset in the second round by the Grant Generals. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Bounces in. Count goes full. So a full count pitch upcoming to Ryden Nakamura, who came in for Gabe Coltman. 2 singles and reached on an air for Coltman. Also scored a run on that Little League home run in the 3rd inning. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The payoff pitch, chopped foul. So we'll do the payoff pitch once again. So again, left to be determined what happens if the Dr. Stewarts lose this game in terms of their schedule for tomorrow. 3-2, it's blooped out towards right field. Flora dives, he can't get it, and it's past him. That's going to allow Yeager to advance to 3rd. Over to 2nd with a double is Nakamura. 2 in scoring position with nobody out. A good effort for Flora. He just couldn't get it. 12th hit of the game, and another extra base hit for the Barbers.
Number 7, first baseman, Declan O'Brien.
And now another pinch hitter. So Perry is out, and Declan O'Brien will stand in. O'Brien from LaSalle. Into the box with 2 in scoring position. Nobody out. 9-3 the score. Ryan takes a pitch for a strike, 0-1. First team All-State pitcher at LaSalle. First team All-League. Hit .312 in league games this season. Fouls back the 0-1 pitch, and it's now 0-2. The Barbers 9 runs on 12 hits. With a chance for 2 more in scoring position. Coleman ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Infield is in. The 0-2 pitch. Fouled away. O'Brien stays alive. He comes in for Connor Perry, who had a 2 RBI double last inning in the 4th. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt. Throw goes down towards first base by Hellenthal, and it's in time for out number 1. A strikeout for Coleman as he puts a much-needed out on the board here in the bottom of the 5th. Brings up Torsten Hersum. Rather, scratch that. It's Jaden Nakamura. So 2 in scoring position with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So Jaden Nakamura is in. Nakamura from Aloha High School. Second team All-State infielder this past season. Member of the 5A, 6A All-Star game. And he's committed to the University of Washington. He takes the first pitch for a strike. 0-1 from Fletcher Coleman. So a talented hitter at the plate. 5'9", 175 pounds, who just graduated high school. Pitch is high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Infield in, again trying to keep it a 6-run game. 6 runs still manageable with 6 outs to work with. 2-1, a chopper towards the right side. Anderson Fields comes home with it, and they're going to get the out at the plate. Good play by the Doc Stewarts defensively as they save a run at the plate. Keeps it 9-3. Advancing to first base is Nakamura.
Number 4, Joe Fagan.
On the fielder's choice play, 4-2-2. So Ryden Nakamura is at third base. Yeager is out at the plate. Now runners on the corners for Joe Fagan. And Fagan grounds the first pitch he sees towards short. Burke Fields throws across the diamond. And that's a 0 on the board. So Coleman works out of a jam with 2 in scoring position and 1 out. He gets, nobody out. He gets a strikeout, a fielder choice play, and a ground out to get out of the inning unscathed. We'll now head to the top of the 6th inning. It is 9-3 the score. It is Portland with the lead. Here on 541radio.com and the score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Top of the 6th inning, a new pitcher in the game for the Portland Barbers. Max Bishop, his day is over. 7 hits, 3 runs, just 2 were earned, with no walks and 1 strikeout. Grady Keljo is going to be pitching. So Keljo is into the game for Bishop here in the top of the 6th inning. 9-3, it's the Portland Barbers with the lead. Daniel Withers into the box. First pitch, he pops it out of play. 0-1. Withers, a pop-up to the pitcher and a pop-up to third base. He's 0 for 2 as the Docs continue this third time through the order, looking to score some runs, trailing by just 6 runs here in the 6th. 6 outs to work with to try to score 6 runs. Withers takes the pitch inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Withers. Here's the pitch. Has to bend down, and it's inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Docs needing a run today to avoid a tie-breaking situation with the Ole Athletics. 2-1, a swing and a miss. 2-2. And unsure what the situation would be if the Docs do eventually lose this game. 2-2, swing and a miss, a strikeout for Keljo as he starts his day with a K and sits down Withers. He's 0 for 3. So it brings up Taj Flora with Dane St. Clair on deck. On deck sponsor this season is the Blind Man. If you're feeling the heat when you're on deck, contact the Blind Man, a Hunter Douglas Gallery dealer in Roseburg. Keljo's first pitch, taken outside by Flora, 1-0. They can help you with several patio shade options to beat the summer heat or other design options for your home. Visit blindmanroseburg.com for more details. 1-0 pitch. Flora flies it away out towards the right field side. 1-1. Single and a pop-up so far for Flora. Looking to go 2 for 3. 1-1 pitch. Flora takes it inside, 2-1. Keljo on the mound, committed to Linfield University, 6'4", 230 pounds. From Jesuit High School. 2-1 pitch. In for a strike, 2-2. His brother Nelson Keljo at Oregon State. I believe he was the top overall player in the state of Oregon, if not the top overall pitcher in the state of Oregon when he came out of high school. Having success with the Beavers. 2-2, it's fouled back by Flora. But alas, Keljo is going to Linfield to go play for the Cats. They'll be looking for a new head coach. Head coach this season just resigned. Actually now coaching in the West Coast League. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball off towards left side, and it goes foul. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody on and 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. Two-two pitch. Flora takes it down and away. Count goes full. Keljo comes set. Payoff pitch. Chopped foul towards the third base side by Flora. Stays alive. Barbers were held scoreless in the bottom of the 5th for the first time since the 2nd. Payoff pitch. Flora takes called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Keljo. And it puts 2 outs on the board here in the top of the 6th inning. Brings up Dane St. Clair. Fly out to center field and reached on an air so far today.
Now batting number 13, center fielder Dane St. Clair.
So St. Clair into the box. The first pitch he sees, he flies it out towards shallow left field. A long run for the shortstop. He makes the catch. Nakamura with it for out number 3. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is 9-3. Portland with the lead. Chance for extra insurance or a chance to lock it off for the Barbers on the other half of this break here on 541radio.com. And the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
It wasn't until 1925 that the American Legion gave birth to its first youth program, and that was American Legion Baseball. And the emphasis was on citizenship and sportsmanship.
Travel ball, a lot of the times you go and you play and it's kind of just more of an individual game. But in Legion Baseball, it's more of a team working towards a goal, and I really appreciate that.
That you're playing for something more than just yourself. I'm playing for all the past veterans who have served. We're playing for the people who are still serving in the military. And it's a huge honor to be part of this program.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Fletcher Coleman back on the bump. The southpaw will wind and fire. First pitch, it's laced into left field, and it's down off the ground and off the wall. Heading into second base with a double is Miles Ott, as the Barbers are in business here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So Ott at second with a leadoff double off of Fletcher Coleman. That's the 13th hit of the game for the Barbers, and it brings up Kieran Kelly.
The catcher, Kieran Kelly.
So Kelly will stand in with a chance at an RBI. 9-3 the score. Single reached on an air and a line out to right field so far for Kelly. First pitch, it's a dribbler out towards the right side. Anderson waits, fields, sidearms it to first, and gets the out there. Advancing to third base on the play is on. 9-3 the score, 1 out, a runner at third base for Kainoa Santiago.
Back to the top of the order for the Barbers, number 6.
Santiago will stand in with the infield coming in. The runner at third. First pitch, it's fouled away, 0-1. Coleman came in for Tanner Wirtz, his final line officially. 1 1/3, 3 hits, 5 runs, 3 were earned with no walks and a strikeout. Coleman has come in and calmed the storm. But a 0 on the board last inning. The 0-1 pitch, in for a strike, breaking ball, 0-2. And looking to put another 0 on the board with the infield in. The Docs did a good job last inning, throwing out a runner at home plate. The infield in. The 0-2, it's fouled away. Just getting a piece of it was Santiago. Oh, 2 pitch. Line towards left field, and it is foul. Left of the line. So we'll do the 0-2 again. Bottom of the 6th inning, 9-3. It's the Barbers with the lead. Coleman's 0-2 pitch. It's high, 1-2. Yet to be determined what the situation again is for tomorrow. The Ole Athletics winning today against Spanish Springs. 1-2, line past the diving Anderson at second base. That's going to score a run on the RBI single by Kainoa Santiago. Brings up Logan Nakamura. And now a 10-3 ball game after the 14th hit of the game for the Barbers. 2 singles and 2 groundouts for the Barbers. And now getting hit by a pitch is Nakamura. So he'll head to first base after the hit by pitch. Two on and 1 out in a 10-3 ball game. And now Jack Yeager will come to the plate. He would represent the winning run if he reached base safely, and the 2 runners ahead of him also scored. Now Tim Sestair is coming out. We'll see if this is it for Fletcher Coleman. Sestair, when he typically comes out, it means he's making a pitching change. And I think that's what's happening. So Fletcher Coleman is going to go to... Nope. Looked like he was heading towards left field. And he is. So I think Tegan Sprague is going from left field to second base. Paxton Burke is going to come into the game to pitch. So a pitching change is coming. It is 10-3 the score, 2 on and 1 out. We'll let you know all about Paxton Burke on the other half of this break here on 541radio.com and the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Looking to expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
So Paxton Burke is into the game. The shortstop goes to the mound. Logan Anderson goes from second base to shortstop, and then Tegan Sprague is now at second base. So that is the substitutions right now for the Dr. Stewarts. First pitch from Paxton Burke is in for a strike, 0-1 to Zach Yeager. Barbers leading 10-3 in the bottom of the sixth. Burke coming in to try to get the final 2 outs on the board. Give the offense a chance in the top of the seventh. The sidearm pitch is outside. That's going to allow an opportunity to advance both runners, and they both will advance. As Santiago with a late break for third, just beats the throw from Hellenthal, and Nakamura advances to scoring position at second. 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 in scoring position in this 7-run ball game. Infield will come in once again for the Dr. Stewarts. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. It's taken for a strike, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Outside, it's a pass ball, and that's going to allow a run to come in and score. And Santiago is in from third. Nakamura advances to third base, and it is 11-3. Just has not been a perfect game for the Dr. Stewarts at all today. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Paxton Burke, and now an 8-run ball game. The 2-2 pitch. Chopper up the middle, backhanded by Sprague. He fields and goes to first, keeps the runner at third, and records the second out. 2 outs, a runner at third base here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and it brings up Raiden Nakamura.
Left fielder, Raiden Nakamura.
Nakamura came up to the plate last inning, had a double. Infield back to playing, regular depth. First pitch, Nakamura takes a pitch high above the letters. 1 ball and no strikes. Approaching 2 hours into this baseball game here on the bottom of the 6th. 1-0 pitch. In for a strike from Burke, 1-1. Burke has pitched a little bit as of late, a lot more recently, as they've utilized him out of the bullpen. Really not out of the bullpen. He's just gone from shortstop to the mound a couple of times in late game situations. The game a little bit out of hand. This is his 4th outing of the year, and he's thrown a total of 3 innings in his first 3 outings. 1-1 pitch, another wild pitch that's going to score another run. And the bases are now clear, but the score is 12-3. 2 balls and 1 strike to Nakamura. One of 3 Nakamuras on this Barber squad. 2 at Ridgeview and 1 at Loa. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. In for a strike, 2-2 from Burke. Looking to get that final out and keep it a 9-run game and give the offense a chance in the top of the 7th to score some runs. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball up the middle. It's a base hit. The inning will go on offensively for the Barbers as the 4-hole has been good to Portland. Combined Gabe Coltman and Raiden Nakamura. He combined 4 hits, 5 times reaching base safely. Declan O'Brien will come in with the runner at first base after the 15th hit of the game for the Barbers. First pitch to O'Brien is hit out towards center field. Coming in is Coleman, and rather St. Clair, and he can't get to it. It's down for a base hit. So another hit will put the winning run in scoring position. The Barbers can end it here in the bottom of the 6th with Jaden Nakamura coming back up to the plate. Tough game so far for the Dr. Stewarts. Burke looking to prevent the run. First pitch, Nakamura grounds it towards the right side. Anderson fields, he goes to first, and that'll end the inning. The Docs are going to get a chance offensively as a total of 3 runs come in on 4 hits with 2 left stranded and no errors. Heading to the top of the 7th, it is 12-3. It is the Barbers with the lead here on 541radio.com. And the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
It wasn't until 1925 that the American Legion gave birth to its first youth program, and that was American Legion Baseball. And the emphasis was on citizenship and sportsmanship.
Travel ball, a lot of the times you go and you play and it's kind of just more of an individual game. But in Legion Baseball, it's more of a team working towards a goal, and I really appreciate that.
That you're playing for something more than just yourself. We're playing for all the past veterans who have served. We're playing for the people who are still serving in the military. And it's a huge honor to be part of this program.
Sprague, the batter for Roseburg, as we head to the top of the 7th inning.
First pitch here in the top of the 7th inning misses down and away. 1 ball and no strikes to Tegan Sprague. Sprague is due up as he takes a pitch outside. 2 balls and no strikes from Keljo. So he's in for Johnson at the plate, followed by Ryan Shaver and Ty Helmthal. So the UVC guys into the game. 3 balls and no strikes to Sprague, his first at bat today. Keljo on the mound, looking to close it out in the top of the 7th. The Barbers leading 12-3. 3-0 pitch outside, and it's a 4-pitch walk to start for the Ducks. And if you're going to start a comeback of this margin, it's got to start with getting runners on base, and they get a 4-pitch walk to begin. And we'll see if this is it for Keljo, as the coach for Portland is coming out. Head coach is Joe Duran, his 15th season. Ben Bertrand, Brady Jing, Jason Fritz, and Dave Shope are the assistant coaches for the Portland Barbers. And he's going to remain in the game, Keljo will. Keljo came in last inning for Max Bishop. Had a 1-2-3-6 inning with 2 strikeouts and a pop-up, but starts the 7th inning with a walk to put a runner at first base. First pitch, Shaver takes a strike, 0-1. Shaver today, 2 for 2, a single and a double. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Lofted out towards right field, and it's slicing foul out of play. Snowballs and 2 strikes as Keljo gets ahead, looking for his 3rd strikeout. Officially have reached the 2-hour point in this ball game. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Shaver singles it to right field. Advancing over to second base is Sprague. Docs get 2 batters aboard here in the top of the 7th inning.
Now batting for the Doc Stewarts, number 12, the catcher, Ty Hellenthal.
So Ty Hellenthal will stand in. Double and a strikeout. Hellenthal takes a pitch outside. 1 ball and no strikes. And again, we don't know exactly the full details. It could be you need to score more runs combined for the tournament. Maybe that's what the Docs are fighting for here in this situation, if not a win. Pitch is inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Obviously, the goal is to be winning today and then not have to worry about whether or not you're playing tomorrow. You'd just be in. 2-0 pitch is in for a strike, 2-1. And it's left to be determined whether or not the Docs will be the 5 or 6 if they do lose this game. 2-1 pitch. Hellenthal takes it outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. So a good start. With 2 on and nobody out, and now a 3-ball, 1 strike count to Hellenthal. The pitch inside, and the bases are loaded. So a walk, a single, and another walk load them all up for Roseburg as they trail by 9.
The Roseburg Doc Stewarts, the pitcher, number 7.
And now Paxton Burke will come to the plate. Burke, a single, reached on an error and had an RBI ground out. The RBI ground out came his last time up. First pitch, Burke slaps it foul. 0-1. Barbers leading 12-3. 2 runs in the first, 2 in the third, 5 in the fourth, and 3 in the sixth for the Barbers. Docs 1 run in the third and 2 in the fifth. 0-1 pitch. Chopper towards the left side. Charging in is Nakamura, the throw to first base. It's late. It's an RBI infield single for Paxton Burke. Still nobody out. And the Docs have cut the lead down to 8. Not going down without a fight. As 2 walks and 2 singles have scored a run and still nobody out for Logan Anderson.
Now batting for Roseburg, number 4, second baseman, Logan Anderson.
Anderson, 2 singles his last 2 times up with a pair of RBIs. Anderson takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to Anderson. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Chase the pitch down and away, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to Anderson, looking to go 3 for 4 today. The pitch from Keljo bounces in, ricochets off the heel of the catcher, Kelly, and in to score from third base is Ryan Shaver. The Docs have scored 2 runs here in the top of the 7th inning. Both runners advance. Hellenthal over to third and Burke to second. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and now a 12-5 ball game. All of a sudden, if you get a single here, it's a 5-run game, and you still have three outs to work with a runner at first base. 1-2. Swing and a miss. So we did not get that situation. Nonetheless, the first out is recorded by Keljo, but still an opportunity with 2 in scoring position to try to bring this one a little bit closer. 7-run game as of right now. And now Cal Robbins will come in. He's hit into double plays his last 2 times up. First pitch, he grounds the ball up the middle, backhanded at second by Nakamura. The throw to first base in time. I think that was actually Yeager out there at second. As in to score on the play is Hellenthal. Burke advances to third base. So now the Docs down to their final out after the 4-3 ground out.
Left fielder.
And it brings up Daniel Withers. who swings and fouls off the pitch, 0-1. I think Withers has moved to the DH role after the substitutions with Jake Johnson coming out. So no balls and 1 strike. Burke at third base. 12-6 the score here in the top of the 7th. Keljo, his 0-1 pitch. Of the letters, 1 ball and 1 strike. 16 hits today for the Barbers. 12 runs. 1-1. Withers foul tips it at the plate. 1-2. 6 runs on 8 hits and a lot of errors for the Docs defensively, 6 of them to be exact. So the Docs down to their final strike. Wrapping up pool play here at the Papa's Pizza Tournament. 1-2 pitch is low. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Withers, looking for his first hit after the strikeout his last time up. One, rather 2-2 is outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Docs looking to add another run and keep the game alive. Payoff pitch. Withers takes it in the dirt. Now runners on the corners. So 2-out walk will extend the inning for Roseburg. Taj Flora will stand in. Runners on the corners. 2 outs, top of the 7th, 12-6 the score. Score a little bit closer than this game has felt. The Docs still an opportunity with 1 out to work with, hoping for a long 2-out rally. Flora fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. Flora singled his first time up, but a pop-up and a strikeout looking in his last 2 ABs. No balls and 1 strike. Keljo comes set. The 0-1 delivery is taken for strike 2. The Docs down to their final strike once again. Dane St. Clair is on deck, waiting his opportunity. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Looked at outside. 1-2. A close pitch right on the black. Does not go the Barbers' way. One ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs and 2 on. The pitch. Flora fouls it off and stays alive. Withers was breaking towards second base on the pitch. One, 2 again. Flora takes the pitch high. 2-2. Looked like a unique call from the umpire. Almost signaled a strike. He kind of put his finger out, but he didn't do the full punch out. Runner takes second base in Withers, so 2 in scoring position. A 2-2 pitch is taken for called strike 3. The Barbers win it after the strikeout by Keljo. He finishes with 4 strikeouts, and the Docs lose the game. And that'll do it for them in pool play in the Papa's Pizza Tournament. So, 12-6 the final. We'll take a 3-minute timeout, tally up all the stats, and get you set for hopefully tomorrow here on 541radio.com and the Score, 92.3 FM and 14.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you can be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
It wasn't until 1925 that the American Legion gave birth to its first youth program, and that was American Legion Baseball. And the emphasis was on citizenship and sportsmanship.
Travel ball, a lot of the times you go and you play and it's kind of just more of an individual game. But in Legion Baseball, it's more of a team working towards a goal, and I really appreciate that.
That you're playing for something more than just yourself. You're playing for all the past veterans who have served. You're playing for the people who are still serving in the military. And it's a huge honor to be part of this program.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
D.R. Johnson Lumber Company, a forward-thinking family company, has been operating in the Douglas County community for over 60 years. Founded by Don R. Johnson, the man who set the tone of commitment to these local communities by providing stable, long-term employment. D.R. Johnson Lumber Company understands the significance of investing in our youth because they are the foundation of our future. That's why they're a proud supporter of Roseburg Doc Stewart's. Come watch the Docs swing some lumber with D.R. Johnson Lumber Company. Go Docs!
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Final score is 12-6 here at Swede Johnson Stadium. The Dr. Stewarts dropped this one. They are now 10-13 on the season. The Portland Barbers improved to 24-1 overall. The Barbers perfect 4-4, and they'll be facing off against presumably the Eugene Challengers coming up tomorrow in the championship game of these Papa's Pizza tournament. The Dr. Stewarts kind of in limbo right now after the Portland Baseball Club won earlier today in dominant fashion. They moved up to the number 4 spot, and so it looks like the Docs, if they are going to play tomorrow, it'll be 10 a.m. at Hamlin Sports Complex against the 5 seed for the Pool A. At that point, I think it would be either Rose City Baseball or Chugiak, Alaska, whoever the winner of that game later on tonight would potentially play tomorrow for that game. So that is the best case scenario. The worst case scenario is the Docs would be out of the tournament and that the Athletics would get to play tomorrow. 12-6 is the final. 12 runs on 16 hits, 2 errors defensively for Portland. Roseburg, 6 runs on 9 hits, 6 errors defensively. Special thanks to Gibbs RV Superstore. You got to get to Gibbs, where RV means real value, as well as McClendon Smokehouse, a family-owned meat shop and smokehouse offering a wide selection, plus fresh produce, baked goods, and a general grocery selection. Stop by on West Harvard Avenue. We'd also like to give a thanks to D.R. Johnson Lumber Co., a progressive family-owned company proudly supporting our local youth. Come out and watch the Docs swing some lumber. D.R. Johnson making lumber since 1951. And, of course, special thanks to the Cow Creek Tribe, our video stream sponsor. Caden Rygard is going to pick up the loss today with Max Bishop picking up the win for Portland. Docs struggled defensively today. They got some hits, but the defensive errors certainly cost them this one. Late push at the end with 2 runs in the 5th and 3 in the 7th for 5 runs in the final 3 frames, but nonetheless it is a 6-run loss to the Barbers. They're 0-3 against Portland today, a very good Barbers team. Docs lose this one. We'll keep you posted on our social media channels whether or not the Docs will be playing tomorrow and what time they will be playing. 12-6 is the final in this one as we wrap up pool play at the Papa's Pizza Tournament. Special thanks to everybody here at Swede Johnson Stadium that have helped us out throughout this week. Joey and I very appreciative of them. Special thanks to our producer back in studio, Brenton Cranford. I'm Nate Uretsky saying so long from Swede Johnson Stadium. We'll see you hopefully tomorrow for more Docs